身勝手の極意参戦だ。
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the DS Asylum. I'm your warden Dimitri Shrine, and today we are hopping in for the 3 fucking star EX Kale showcase, but we're going to be slapping some Zenkai buffs on her just to make her, somewhat usable. Though, I'm going to be honest with you, she did well enough in this video that I think if you just had her at more stars, she'd do just about the same without the Zenkai buffs. But because we only have her at 3 stars, we're going to be running her with the Zenkai buffs. We're running her with the Caulifla and Kale and the 17 and 18 so that Kale can actually be giving most of her buffs over. If you look at her kit, she does give extra damage depending on your tags. Caulifla and Kale will be receiving all of the buffs, as 17 and 18 will be receiving 2 of the 3. And yep, as you can see, there's the equipment we're working with, and let's get right into these matches. Alright, hopping into the first match here, we got ourselves a God Key team, double red. UI Goku and Corrupted Zamasu with Goku and Vegeta. A pretty powerful team, honestly, I would say. Goku Vegeta is weirdly enough the weakest link here. Corrupted Zamasu is still ridiculous to this day, and UI Goku is UI Goku. And this right here is why Goku and Vegeta is the weak link. I mean, they just took all that damage from a 3-star EX. Yeah, she's getting double Zenkai buff, but that's still a 3-star EX support type. This ain't like a 7-star in his prime Gokua, right? This ain't no in his prime yellow EX Broly. This ain't no evil Boo. This is a fucking extreme support. 2022. Fucking ridiculous. But 17 and 18 is coming and kill UI Goku because for some reason he didn't want Zamasu to die. He wanted to have Zamasu. This guy plays really weird. I swear to God, he's not a bot. Like, you're actually going to see a handful of people in this video fight like dumbasses. And that's just because this video is so damn long. Like, this video is damn near 30 minutes long. I usually make about, 17-minute PvP videos. This is almost double that length. So, you're gonna run into some stupid people when you play as many matches as I did. But I promise you, there are no bots. Despite this idiot just going for it. Look at him just going for it. I guess he was really hoping I wouldn't be able to switch into Kale, but I can, and we get the death buffs. And that's one of the reasons why this Kale is so good. I'm gonna be honest with you, as we pretty much wrap this match up, because spoiler alert, he doesn't win this match despite having a massive advantage right now. He doesn't win this match. I actually think Kale is like really, really good. Like, for being an extreme support type with the stats that she has, she's actually a really good unit. Her support is very good. She's the only unit in the game that does everything Vados does and more. Just the percentages aren't quite as high. And instead of healing the whole team by 10% on swap out, she does it on a green card. But that same green card also lowers sub count by 3, just like Vados. And provided you share the tags that she wants, which is why we brought Caulifla and Kale today, she gives you 35% damage inflicted just for existing. Just for existing, she gives you 35% damage inflicted. Sure, Vados can stack that uncancelable 5%, but shit. Kale's might actually just be better because it's always there. And then to top it all off, she's got death buffs. Like, this unit is actually so good that I would argue right now she is the best blue for Universe Survival Side. She's far and away better than Blue Topo. Blue Topo's only ever used nowadays because he has endurance. And she's about 6 times the unit that the new transforming Vegeta is. Not only would I say she's the best blue unit for USS, I'd say she's the only viable blue unit for USS, because Vegeta just isn't good. This Kale is just really good though. Now, again, you do want her to be paired up with people that actually have her tags, because, everyone gets a blanket support buff, but then Girls and Rival Universe get extra buffs. That's why we also have 17 and 18 there. While they're not going to get the Rival Universe damage, they are going to get the Girls damage, so the team still works out. And that's why you also use Caulifla and Kale, because they have both. They get the full effect of Kale's buff. And you can actually see through Caulifla and Kale how impactful that... And by the way, I'm well aware that 17 would have lived that ult. I just wanted to get the death buffs quicker, just to see if we could just barrel through his team. Super Saiyan 3 Goku being a bit tanky. Don't know where those tap blasts came from, but let's just see how these death buffs do for us. But, like I said, you actually really see how well that 35%, I believe it is, damage inflicted does for a unit like Caulifla and Kale, who's still pretty decent. That damage buff by itself gives them the damage that they need to really be able to put in some work in a match. I mean, look at this damage we're about to do to Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Just look at this damage. Look at that damage. Then we catch him with the ult too, so he's just dead. He's dead. We just 2-carded this fucking 14-star Zenkai 7 Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He might not be a new Zenkai, but he's still one of the tankiest motherfuckers in the game. Especially at 14 stars. And yes, this whole team was 14 stars. Vegeta was at 14 stars, Goku was at 14, and the LF Zenkai Vegeta. All of them were at 14 stars. So, that should show you just how much damage these fuckers are doing. Her buffs are really good. Her buffs are really good. Her support is really good. Her green card's really good. Kale is good. And even with all of that, she herself isn't that bad of a unit. Like, she's not going to get in and do, you know, a million damage per card like 17 and 18, but she can definitely hold her own. If you have her like 6-7 stars, you could probably build her to be a bit tanky. Because, like, she legitimately survived things in this video that I didn't expect her to. And that's mainly due to the Zenkai buffs. But take those Zenkai buffs away, and replace them with some damn stars. Because that's the only reason I Zenkai buffed her, was because she's only at 3 fucking stars. If I had more stars on her, I wouldn't have even bothered. So, replace those Zenkai buffs with some stars, and she could be, like, an actual asset to your USS team, or a pure Rival Universe team, or a girls team. I think she's perfect for the girls team. If the EX Mai didn't require a Trunks, I would do Kale, Urine, and EX Mai, but I think the video I'm going to end up doing is Kale, EX Mai, and then the EX Tag, Gohan, and Trunks, since that will give Mai all of her buffs. Won't be able to put Urine in there, but I do think Kale is the better option to not run 2 greens, even though one does have the reverse green. I know, but shut up. Shut up. By the way, we're fighting USS right now. I really wanted to get my thoughts about, you know, Kale herself out of the way, so that, you know, we could actually go ahead and talk about these matches. The last match really wasn't all that eventful anyway. But we do have ourselves a USS team here, which Goku's already almost dead, because of course he is. Don't know why he popped that green card there. That was dumb. Now your Goku's dead. And I mean, like, that was some pretty good damage. I know, like, type advantage and whatnot, but that's still, again, I cannot stress this enough. She is a 3-star EX support type. Her blast attack stat is at 192,000. Zenkai buffs are not. That's terrible. And she's still actually putting in some work. And you just fucking look at... I completely fucking forgot that Vegeta destroys my cards, which is why I didn't go for the ultimate before he destroyed it. And I got a bit salty there and just rushed him. I got mad because I forgot how Vegeta worked. And also just to show off the fact that it really doesn't help you. If he destroyed a Dragon Ball with his... with his ability, then he might actually be able to live some damn combos. Like, if what he did was destroy your whole hand, lock your main ability, reduce your ki to 0, and destroy one Dragon Ball, then that would have been fine. Or if they just made him a fucking revival unit. That would have made a lot more goddamn sense. Also, fuck you! I don't know why, I just had this feeling he was going to go for that rush, so I just tossed the blue card out. Well, no, I didn't think he was going to go for the rush. I tossed the blue card out because I figured he would wait for an exclamation point, and then the second he saw it, he would rush. So I was like, fuck it, super. If he vanishes it, that's his vanish gone. If he rushes, that's his rush gone. So it was a win-win situation there. So we've got ourselves a Saiyan team here. Saiyan Sun family, and they're all Gokus. So fuck it. Don't know why he just fucking stood there and took that. He's fucking stupid. By the way, this Namek Goku's not Zenkai. Why is this Namek Goku not Zenkai? I swear to God, this isn't a bot. I promise you, there's no bots in this video. This guy's just stupid. He brought a fucking non-Zenkai Namek Goku. I mean, as if Namek Goku Zenkai really does anything more for him than a stat buff anyway. This really doesn't matter all that much now, does it? I suppose he gets better last man abilities, I believe. That rush pose, though. By the way, this is what happens when you just barrel through somebody. You'll notice how I'm actually rushing a lot more in this video. And that's just because, I don't know how many times I can say this, but I'm using a 3-star EX support type. I don't give a fuck if I have 17 and 18 there. I'm not dealing with your bullshit today. I just wasn't in the mood. Because I knew I was going to record a handful of matches. And your boy was just not in the mood. Bro, this is the 3rd time I've had to restart my recording at this match. Because apparently when I edit something out of my video, like the return, or not the returning, but the going to the next match via replay, it just decides. My phone just makes the executive decision. I'm gonna put that shit back in. Fuck you. So, we have a movies team here against Gogeta, Ultra Gogeta, Revival Gohan, and Red Bojack. This team is not very good because Ultra Gogeta's good, Red Bojack can still be tanky, but Revival Gohan just does not fare too well against anything in the meta right now, like at all. It's unfortunate, but just look at this. Look at this. He fucking dies immediately. He's fucking dies immediately. Forfeit. I mean, he was gonna revive, but I think in that moment he realized his team had no chance in hell. But when it comes to running movies these days, Ultra Gogeta just kind of hard carries the team. I don't know what happened, man. Movies went from like one of the best teams in the game to like it's runnable. But really the only runnable version of movies is like the Zenkai Second Coming Goku, Ultra Gogeta, and Goku and Vegeta, really. It's like the only realistically runnable version of movies, and it's again hard carried by Gogeta. Funny thing about this team is I don't actually think the androids like hard carry this team. I think everyone pulls their weight on this team. Like, Kale's buffs allow Caulifla and Kale to do some really good damage. You can actually opt to build 17 and 18 a bit more defensively if you wanted to go a more defensively oriented team. You could opt to build them more defensively with some like health and health restoration and stuff, and they could be your the tank of the team. Then obviously you have your support with Kale, so it's actually a fairly well-rounded team where everyone is pulling their own weight, everyone has a purpose, and the team isn't really hard carried by anyone. Obviously 17 and 18 are the best unit on the team. They do the most out of anyone on the team, but I wouldn't say the team is only successful because of them, which is good. If you're running a team that is only working because of one unit, there's something wrong with that team. Like, a team should not rely so heavily on one fucking unit. So that's I actually think this team's pretty fun because of that, and it shows off just how decent extreme support can be, even at lower stars. So, I like it, and it gave me a reason to use Caulifla and Kale again. My favorite unit in the game since they fucking came out. Hi-yo, another forfeit. The fact that I got people to forfeit while using EX Kale. Imagine that. Imagine forfeiting against EX Kale. I actually really like this EX Kale because usually we don't get new animations out of Extreme units. But because this is the first base form Kale we got, they had to put in new animations. And while I'm fucking upset that the first ever base form Kale wasn't a goddamn Sparking, literally the second ever Kale that they've put in the game, other than being half of Caulifla and Kale, but this is a Caulifla unit, just with a Kale assist. So for being only the second ever Kale unit to enter the game, they made her a fucking Extreme unit, which would be fine if this unit was released 3.5 years ago. But she wasn't. It's been actually 3.5 years since we got Red Kale. Actually, it might have even been more time than that. And we're finally getting another Kale, and they made her a fucking Extreme unit. And it's honestly, I feel disrespected. I mean, it would have been so easy to just make her a 1% on the banner. Especially since you already only had one 1% Sparking on the banner. You could have just made her a different color like yellow. Honestly, I think yellow would have been the best color. Because then she doesn't overshadow your brand new Vegeta by just being flat out better than him. And yellow is easily the weakest color on Universe Survival Saga. You've got MVP 17, who's damn near 2 years old. And you've got Evo Vegeta, who exists. he's there. He's definitely there. Yellow is easily the weakest color on Universe Survival Saga right now, so... Granted, the only reason it's the weakest color is because Kale is blue, so... I guess if you made Kale yellow, blue would still be... Blue would be the weakest color. You know what? Had they made Vegeta properly, made Kale a 1% and then made her yellow, Universe Survival... What the fuck was that rush? Universe Survival Saga team would actually be pretty goddamn good. It'd be pretty goddamn... I mean, as if it's not already good. And I'm well aware before someone yells Ultra Kaioken Goku at me, Ultra Kaioken Goku existed on one banner. He's only ever been on the one banner, and he's an Ultra unit. I'm not even going to pretend like any more than like the top 3,000 players in the world actually pulled that motherfucker. Like, at least Evo Vegeta is old enough to where you've at least pulled him once if you're running Universe Survival Saga at all. There's a very huge possibility that there are more people. In fact, I'd be willing to bet you anything that there are more people who do not have Ultra Goku as there are people who do have Ultra Goku. So I'm not even going to bother mentioning him as a part of the team. Maybe once he returns and more people can actually fucking summon for him, sure. But right now, yellow is the weakest color because the only two readily available options are fairly weak. Yes, Ultra Goku exists, but he's not in. But if you didn't pull him on his initial banner, you don't fucking have access to him, now do you? You've had plenty of opportunities to pull 17 and Vegeta though. So I can actually include them as members of the team. UI Goku, his banner is literally the newest one, so he has to be there, and he's an LF, so you're much more likely to pull 6 copies of him than you are 1 copy of the Ultra. Oh my god. So before anyone tries to yell Ultra Goku at me, yes, I know, wait for him to come back, then I'll include him as part of the team. In other words, wait till I fucking pull him, then I'll include him as part of the team. I'll stop being biased once he stops fucking ghosting me in my summons. I'm funny. But no, seriously, like, if you do include Ultra Goku, it just means blue is still just the weakest color. So it's like, they really fucked Vegeta. Like, they really fucked Vegeta. Why is he so bad? Why is Vegeta so bad? It's honestly a good thing that Kale exists, because if you do have Ultra Goku, shit! Oh my god. Kale's so good. Kale disrespects Vegeta so much that Vegeta can't even rush her. Even if Vegeta tries to be useful and rush Kale, Kale still proves that she's better than him by not even getting hit by the rush. Oh my god. It's actually just funny. It's fucking funny how actually stupid they made Vegeta. Because like he's not a bad unit. He just can't do anything. He dies too quickly. Why would you sack off UI Goku then? That shit makes no fucking sense. That shit makes no actual sense, like, at all. This is easily the hardest video I've ever had to record. Like, genuinely, I've never had so many problems recording the commentary for a PvP video before. Like, I've had so many problems that right after that cut you just saw, I literally just fucking screamed out loud because this shit is fucking ridiculous. Everything that could possibly go wrong has gone wrong. Fuck this entire video, but I'm still gonna make it because I've recorded the fucking matches. But if something fucks up again, you're getting the rest of this video without commentary because it's fucking like 2:30 in the morning and I cannot with this bullshit. Anyway, this was a fucking God Key team, but it's already dead. The amount of time it took me to have that little side rant, the fucker's already dead. Like, what the fuck does he do here? UI Goku's good, but he can't make this comeback. Master UI Goku, the Omen one isn't good at all, so he sure as hell ain't making this comeback. But yeah, and there he is. There he is, folks. Look at him. Mastered Ultra Instinct Sign. The failed one. the failed experiment. Oh, boy. Would you look at that. Fucking, he's just done. He's just done. Ow, damn. I scratched my knee, and apparently I scratched it a bit too hard. Okay, here we are with another God Key team. Oh, man. This fucker brought God Topo, which, I mean, respect. Honestly, like, respect to you, I suppose, for actually bringing God Topo of all people. I don't really see God Topo anymore, so there you go. Again, I'm all sorts of fucked now. Thank God this video is almost over. There's like one more match after this. Thank fuck. Y'all wonder why I don't make PvP videos a lot. It's because I don't really use as many diverse teams in PvP anymore like I used to, so my videos would be very boring. Me just using the same fucking team over and over again. But also because just everything finds a way. Everything finds a way. If it's not the actual commentary or the actual recording of the video that's fucking with me, then it's actually exporting the shit. That shit usually doesn't work. Or actually saving the edited version. That shit usually doesn't work. Or then it wants to take 45 fucking years to actually, upload to YouTube when I'm trying to get it up on time. That one's more my fault, though, when I choose to upload it when I wake up and not before I go to bed. But these videos take a while to make, goddammit. These videos are not some 10-minute affair. This is the easy part. This is supposed to be the easy part right here. Just me doing the commentary. Well, I suppose the easiest part is just watching it upload, but still. That is part of the process, because I have to make sure it fucking does it right. And nothing goes wrong. It's not even like I can just walk away while it's uploading. I gotta fucking Hawkeye this motherfucker while it's uploading. Anyway, just some YouTube woes for you. This match is pretty much done. There you go. Get another KO win screen for the video ends. And we got one more match. Thank fucking Christ. Last match of the video going up against yet another God Key team. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think closing thoughts on Kale. She's really good. She's really good. If you have her, especially at higher stars than me, I would definitely invest some EXE power into her. And especially if you want to run Universe Survival Saga, she's definitely the blue. I would say, like, her, UI Goku, and full power Jiren is probably, like, the best setup, unless you really want to run Angel Frieza, in which case you'd run Frieza over Jiren when you don't feel like you need the endurance. Basically, whenever you run into Ultra Gogeta, you bring Frieza over Jiren, because it's not like Jiren's endurance is going to help you anyway when he pops an ult and nullifies endurance for like 30 fucking timer counts. So Jiren's endurance isn't really going to help you against him anyway. So just bring Frieza in that scenario. I just did this in order to get rid of his fucking gauge, because like I'm a blue unit, you're not going to do that much damage with your gauge to me. I mean, it's still more than he should be doing, but it's whatever. But yeah, I would definitely say that Kale is worth the investment. Is she better than Urine? On her own, no. But as to what she actually provides her team, yes, I think she's the more valuable unit. I think Urine is the better of the two EXs on their own, but I think Kale is the most valuable, is the more valuable of the two EXs. But let me know what you guys think of the EX Kale down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, do make sure to hit that like button, do all of that YouTube nonsense, long ass outros, don't have time for it. Fucking... I'll see all of you inmates back at the asylum for the next video. Peace.